What's up guys, it's Lightsbrow here, and today I'm bringing you guys my prediction for the December 2017 Hall of Heroes. So this month it should be a Water Hall of Heroes. So the Water Nat 4s we have to pick from is everything from Soha up in the top right, down to the Reno in the bottom middle area. So right here I've made an image of all the potential Hall of Heroes monsters. So as far as I'm aware, the only rules for what can absolutely not be a Hall of Hero monster is a monster that is farmable, a monster that has a Nat 3 counterpart, or a monster that has already been a Hall of Heroes. So the only time we've ever had repeat Hall of Heroes is on the anniversaries. So this is not going to be an anniversary Hall of Heroes, so that means that there should not be a repeat Hall of Heroes this month. So these 18 monsters you're seeing are the 18 water monsters that have no Nat 3 counterparts, are not farmable, and have never been a Hall of Heroes before. Some of these monsters are super unlikely to be a Hall of Heroes because they're so good. But this picture is also to show you guys that in theory, I only have a 1 in 18 chance of getting this right. But it really gets narrowed down a lot because some stuff like Galleon, Orion, and Julie, I can almost guarantee are not going to be the Hall of Heroes. But basically I'm saying that there's not a super high chance I'm going to get this right. Because a lot of times people like to make fun of my picks because I've made like 6 or 7 of these and I've never gotten one right yet. But anyways, with that said, first I'm going to bring you guys two, I'm going to call them honorable mentions, but they're really just picks that I wouldn't be surprised if they were it, but they're not going to be my official guess. So my first honorable mention is going to be Lumericia. She's a monster who's not insanely good or bad. She's kind of somewhere in that average range. The first skill doesn't do a whole lot. The second skill can reset someone's cooldowns, which is actually pretty useful. And the third skill can fully cleanse and heal one target. So she could be kind of useful in some Guild War situations. The next pick I'm going to make for an honorable mention is going to be Fedora. This is more on the optimistic side because he's actually a pretty good monster, but sometimes we do get a good Hall of Heroes. It's not that often, but we're on a pretty long streak of bad Hall of Heroes right now. So Fedora is pretty useful in raids because he's got a first skill heal block, second skill does an attack break and defense break, and the third skill will do an AoE immunity to death, as well as AoE immunity and AoE cleanse. He's also got the defense leader, which is pretty good in raids. But like I said, this is really more the optimistic pick. I don't think this is going to be the pick. I'll give you guys a quick second here to go down to the comments and tell me who you think this December 2017 Hall of Heroes is going to be.
It's time for the moment you've been waiting for. Duh.
I personally think it's going to be Tetra. So Tetra is definitely on the bad side for the Water Nat 4s. I would definitely say she's one of the worst monsters. I don't want to pin her in as the worst. But she's got this first skill that can strip one beneficial effect. This second skill isn't terrible, but it cleanses one target and puts a pretty decently sized shield on them. And then this third skill, when it's maxed, it goes down to a 5-turn cooldown, but it's just an AoE sleep for 1 turn. So this is a really weak skill considering some of the other monsters in the game. Tyron has an AoE freeze on the same cooldown. Sonnet has 2 AoE sleeps as well as a shield, dots, and damage. So basically Tetra is just not really that good. She also doesn't have a leader skill. So if Tetra does turn out to be the Hall of Heroes, unless you have a light or dark mermaid, it's really going to kind of suck because water, wind, fire, mermaids are all pretty bad. I know the wind one has some cool uses like countering Theomars and stuff, but they're not really going to provide as great skill ups or anything unless you have the light or dark ones. I do actually have the dark mermaid, so if it was a water mermaid Hall of Heroes, I wouldn't be that upset because I do need skill ups for beta. But yeah, that's my pick for this December 2017 Hall of Heroes. Be sure to leave your guys' picks down in the comments. And I think that's really all I have for today though, guys. So may the best year today's, worst year tomorrow's.